the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The whole truth? What is the whole truth? Is that really a fair burden to put on a court witness to determine what is relevant to a case? I mean, don't attorneys often want them just to say yes or no? Is that even the whole truth? Is it practical to get the whole truth? If I'm called as a witness, should I be describing the weather? Should I try to give details about every individual's clothing that I remember? What is the whole truth? Is that really what they want? Is that really possible? The Bible does not give us the whole truth. Now that might seem like a strange, almost blasphemous statement, but isn't it true? How many times do you remember the Bible describing Jesus sleeping? Are we to conclude that Jesus only ever slept once? What about Jesus eating? Are we to conclude that if it doesn't say it happened, it didn't happen? So the Bible doesn't give us the whole truth in that sense. Very few stories, factual or fictional, give the whole truth. They rarely claim to be comprehensive in their scope. In the history of the world, very rarely, perhaps never, in the whole history of literature, is an account saying that if it's not written here, it didn't happen. But that seems to be the approach that Bible critics think Scripture takes. Matthew and Mark, so Matthew 27, Mark 15, the second last chapters of each, say that two criminals were crucified with Jesus. And then they say, and this is from Mark, those crucified with him also heaped insults on him. So that's from Matthew and Mark. So they join in the ridicule that starts with the religious leaders now that Jesus is hanging from a cross. But here's Luke's version. One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. Aren't you the Christ? Save yourself and us. But the other criminal rebuked him. Don't you fear God, he said, since you are under the same sentence? We are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong. So why does Luke say one criminal insulted Jesus and one defended him, whereas Matthew and Mark agree that both of them insulted Jesus? Have you ever changed your mind about something? Ever? Have you ever contradicted a previous version of yourself? Isn't it possible that that's what happened? Why is it not possible for both criminals to have insulted Jesus and then for one criminal to have realized who this was and changed his tune? I mean, they're on this cross for several hours. Isn't it possible, or perhaps extremely likely, that the Bible accounts are not trying to give every detail of what happened? Luke's account never said that they both did not start out insulting Jesus. Matthew and Mark's accounts never said that this is all of the interaction that these criminals ever had with or about Jesus. I'm Pastor Clinton. God bless your efforts to learn from his truth.